well-known pub in the canal community, and wrapped up warm today because it's a wee bit nippy. By the way, welcome to Roy's Rambles, and today we're at Haunted Ordlam, and I'll explain about the haunted bit a bit later on. But before we do anything, we have to get our priorities right. So we're going into the Shropshire Fly, and we're going to have a cup of coffee. Okay. We're at Hordlam, and this is the last lock before we hit the pub. We've had a cup of coffee and we're fully refreshed. We've got our trusty barber jacket on and a few other layers, so we're nice and warm. So what we're going to do is we're going to proceed up the canal, and our first stop is a ghostly tunnel. I'm here outside another boat, which is a traditional boat, and it was a working boat, as you can see by all the tarpaulin over the top of what used to be the hull. And this chap is a liveaboard, which means that he lives aboard this boat permanently. How long have you been on the canal, if you don't mind me asking? You're 80 years old. This chap is 80 years old, living aboard his narrowboat, and he's been living aboard a boat since he was a child. So you're a water gypsy in effect, yeah. Well, there is something about the canals. As you know, I used to have a narrowboat, and I used to save up my holidays for the summer when the schools broke up, and used to take off for like eight weeks in the summer and explore the canal system. And most enjoyable it was too. You don't want to listen to me, you want to listen to this chap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around like this. You're going to go over there, Mark. Right. Now this chap, 80-year-old water gypsy, lives on his boat. What about your mobility and what have you? Does it keep you fit living on the boat? You look okay. You don't look 80. He doesn't look 80 though, does he? You know. So it keeps you pretty fit. Yeah. So it keeps you pretty fit. I'm okay. Yeah. Do you struggle with the locks at all? Do the locks single-handed, or have you got like a partner to do that for you? Well, going up in the bit, that's the wheelbarrow with another bag of this, forecasting rough weather coming. Yeah. Well, it's forecast snow for today. But a bit of snow won't bother you. The main thing is ice, isn't it, that holds you up if the canal freezes. Oh, yeah. That can be a problem. It's happened to me on like 2 occasions when I've been out in the winter up to gone from up to Ellesmere up to Llangollen, and it's froze, and that can be a problem. But yeah, okay. Take care anyway. Yeah, see you, bud. See ya. Bye. We're about halfway up the towpath now. It's a while before we'll get to the underpass under the road. This boat to the left of us, you'll notice, has got a wood burning stove to keep the narrowboat warm, and you can see the smoke coming out of his flue. That is the traditional way of eating the narrowboat these days. Although you can get oil-fired central heating as well, but this one's using the traditional method. We're on Tixel. Yeah. Now, was that the boat with the smoke coming out the stack there?
With out of the fireplace, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually did mention your boat because you're heating it in the traditional method.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got a wood burner in there.
I've got multi-fuel, yeah, so
Yeah.
green coal and wood,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you got a back boiler in your?
No.
No, my old boat had a back boiler in as well with radiators, which was really handy in the winter. But barely ever used them because the wood burner just got that hot in the end. You have to slumber them. Yeah, you do. So it was always nice and cozy inside. I'm sure your boat's the same. So where are you heading up to?
We're here till April.
Oh, you're here till April.
Yeah, we can't get back on the River Weaver because of the broke lift.
Of course, we were there the other day. Funnily enough, we were actually at the River Weaver at Northwich at the Anderton boat lift. Now, to get back onto the River Weaver, you need that boat lift to drop you down onto the Weaver. So this particular lad stuck here until such times as that's repaired before you can get back onto the Weaver. Now, you mentioned you work, so presumably it's quite a drag, is it, to where you work, or are you fairly local?
No, not really. I mean, I put log burners by trade, so I work all over sort of thing. But yeah, we were collecting basically a batch of stock last night, so yeah, bit of a late finish.
Bit of a late finish.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. I mean, it's good to have work, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there are advantages as well from working out of your boat. You don't need premises, for example. And that's a big cost these days.
Yes, it's very true.
On top of that, you've got your rates, business rates and what have you, not inexpensive. It's good, really, that you can earn a living and live on your own.
Oh yeah,
your own boat.
Self-sufficient,
I mean, plus it's a traditional way of life. I mean, originally before it was fashionable to have a boat and use it to go on holiday, etc., a bit like a floating caravan, people used to earn a living on the canals, and
Tixall's more traditional than others because it's one of only 9 steam-powered narrowboats left on the network.
Right.
That's why there's a big funnel on the back.
Right.
Of course, they expected us to continuously cruise. I said, I'm not continuously cruising on a steamboat. It takes 3 hours to steam up the boiler up and warm the steam engine up. So
that's right. Well, you've not got those particular boats. The boiler isn't. It's not like a train boiler where you've got superheater tubes going.
Some are superheated. Yeah.
Some are superheated. Yeah. The majority of them, the older ones, though, we've got a more conventional boiler, an earlier type of boiler, and it does take a long time to steam up.
Well, even superheated boilers take a few days to heat up.
Really?
Railway locomotives are at least 2 days. Yeah, and then you've got things like steam tug Daniel Adamson that can take 3 or 4 days to steam up.
Oh right, I remember seeing a very early steam narrowboat at Braunston a few years back, and it was going up the Cambridge Canal, the Oxford Canal, and that was quite a sight to behold. To be truthful, more like a steam engine, more like a steam engine than a boat.
It is a steam engine.
Well, I mean, it was more like. I mean, it had the smell of it literally had the smell of a train.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, most are still coal-fired. We've converted to oil burning now.
Right.
We burn oil to create the steam as opposed to coal, which is smokeless now.
Which is great, isn't it? It's more like a paraffin, they take it.
Well, we
kerosene or something like that.
We burn a mixture of. Sometimes we burn waste oil. Other times we burn kerosene. Other times diesel.
Yeah.
Whatever's cheapest, really. But
yeah, you can push. If using it as a fuel, you can use. What's it called? Tax-free diesel. You can use
because it's slightly a grey area, but it's not. It's not the propulsion of the engine.
No.
Steam's the propulsion. All we're doing is setting fire to it.
That's right.
But it's a bit of a grey area because people say, well, it is propulsion. It makes the steam to make the propulsion. Like, well, yeah, but it's not being used in the engine, so.
Yeah, that's true. It's not. Plus, it's not very efficient steam, is it? It's not like a diesel engine. And diesel engines aren't that efficient, but compared to steam, they're a hell of a lot more efficient. So, and you're preserving the history of it as well, which is really good. Anyway.
No.
If you have a card or anything with your phone number on, I I can send you. It'll be up in a few days.
But Tixel's got its own Instagram account.
So we look up
Steam Narrowboat Tixel.
Steam Narrowboat Tixel.
Steam Narrowboat Tixel.
I'll send you a link.
Instagram account.
I can remember. Hopefully, I can.
Not a problem. Nice to meet you anyway.
Nice to meet you too. Take care. We stood at the entrance, as promised, to the haunted tunnel. Now, locals will not walk through this tunnel during dusk or any time that's not daylight. They'll walk through it through the day, but not at night time, because this particular lock behind us, which we're going to go and have a look at, it's very dangerous, and quite a few people have lost their lives at that lock. Plus, there's a set of staircase locks after that tunnel, which we'll go and have a look at, and people have been drowned on those staircase locks as well when paddles have been lifted too fast, boats have been slammed into the back locks, people fell in, got trapped behind the boat and drowned. So we're going to go up and have a look at these locks, but particularly we're going to have a look at this very dangerous lock behind us, which one look at it will tell you that. Now, the reason locals won't go through this particular tunnel during the hours of darkness or dusk is because ghostly apparitions have been seen. Not walking about, but lingering in the tunnel, waiting. And apparently very, very, very scary. Now, we can't hang around till dark, but if you're over near Aldlam and it's getting on for dusk and you're into ghosts and you fancy having a look, don't need to actually go into the tunnel. You can stand away off and still see these ghostly apparitions, or so local legend says. So we'll take a walk on and have a look. Okay, this is the lock, dubbed the most dangerous lock in the Aldlam flight. Now, the reason for that is the amount of water running through the lock. This makes quite a strong current, and trying to get into the lock is quite difficult. Also, when you shut the doors and start to fill the lock, the boat can be thrown back against the back doors of the lock. And if you're on the back of the boat and you're not ready for this, and it hits the back lock and you fall in, the boat then gets pushed back over the top of you, and my friend, you're brown bread. Okay, we're at the head of the most dangerous lock in Aldlam, the Aldlam staircase of locks. Now, there are 15 locks, one after the other, pretty much, in the Aldlam staircase. We could walk up there, but unless you're into staircase locks, there's not an awful lot to see. There's no boats going through them at the moment. And so I think what we're going to do is do some drone footage so you can get a look. And I'll just leave it there for now. Ardland Mill, which is in fact a gift shop normally in the summer. And our little adventure has come to an end of haunted Ardlam. Now, every time we seem to do one of these haunted films, something happens, and on this occasion, something's happened again. Now, we just flew the brand new drone up and down the canal to get the aerial footage, and lo and behold, the battery sprang out the drone, plop, straight into the canal. But we were very lucky. Although we lost the battery in the canal, the drone hit a tree branch and ended up just to the side of the canal, a few inches away. So we didn't lose the drone, just the battery, which is good because not inexpensive drones. So all I can say is thank you for watching, and we'll see you again on Roy's Rambles.